15 penalties for 100 yards is inexcusable. Especially the one drive where it felt like every play was a face mask. Then it was a defensive holding, then pass interference, then pass interference in the end zone. They were very, very sloppy today. And Texas had its moments of sloppy too. What was it, the first drive, second drive, where their offensive lineman just stupid, obvious penalty, and cost them a big game. But I think that was the drive anyway. Bama, how far will they drop? I see some of you talking about. Let me see real quick. They were struggling for a little bit. So how did Ohio State finish against? Okay, yeah, they played how they probably should have. Dropped to 4. I don't know. The drop, they're not going to be number 1. Georgia's going to be number 1, but I don't see them dropping that far. Okay, but this game. Do I need to turn on? I got one. I can't do two TVs right now because I got to talk to you guys, and I'm going to have fun doing that. Oh, Notre Dame, no. This is a great point, and I don't actually know how to reply to it. There are narratives out there. This is actually a really good point, and I have no argument against it. I have no argument against that point. The only thing I would say now is Notre Dame doesn't look that good. They're losing to Marshall at home. But that's a good point because, there is this narrative now. What Alabama overcame to get this win on the road. But, Texas lost their quarterback. And Hudson Card, you could tell immediately when Hudson Card came in, the play calling changed. Ewers was back there just chucking it all over the field. And once Card came into the game, it was a lot of screens. It was a lot of get horizontal. And it didn't work for the most part. What Card was in there. It just Bijan Robinson had the touchdown, but it just didn't work while he was in there. You guys are all arguing in the comments. That's what we love to see. Ewers is a stud. He was. I was impressed. I mean, you see the recruiting ranking, and there are busts in recruiting. We all know this. But more often than not, somebody that high is good. Trevor Lawrence isn't like a latest example of that. And he's like one of those rated like up there with Trevor Lawrence. And he looked great. And then he got hurt. And hopefully he's not out for the season because I'm not a Texas fan, but I just love fun. And he seems like a fun dude. Bryce Young has ice in his veins. He sure does. Those last 2 drives, he was still facing pressure. His receivers were still dropping passes, which was a problem today. Huge problem. And he came through, made the plays when he needed to play. And that's what elite quarterbacks do. Even when things aren't going great, they find a way to win games, which is what Bryce Young did against Auburn last year, LSU, and this year against Texas. Will he win a Heisman again? Probably not. It's so hard to repeat for a reason, but he's going to be a top 5 pick, and for good reason. He's an awesome quarterback. This is something I wanted to bring up, and I'm just kind of reading your guys' comments. And so I want to see what you guys have to say about this. What did we think of Sarkisian playing really conservatively in the red zone? I'm thinking of that missed field goal at the end of the half at the 2-yard line. It stayed close, but there's no promise it does. And when you're playing a team like Alabama or Ohio State or Georgia or whoever, you have to be aggressive. And I didn't like that call. You were moving up and down the field. Worthy was having a great game. Bijan looked good on that drive, and you only had a yard or two to go, and you kick a field goal. And then you missed it, which is kind of karma for, don't want to use the word cowardly, but it was a very conservative call, and they missed it. But we'll talk about that here in a second.